I'm Eliza Bethel, and this is the PSES iRacing Cup Series. I'm Eliza Bethel, and this is the PSES iRacing Cup Series. I'm Eliza Bethel, and this is the PSES iRacing Cup Series. I'm Eliza Bethel, and this is the PSES iRacing Cup Series. I'm Eliza Bethel, and this is the PSES iRacing Cup Series. I'm Eliza Bethel, and this is the PSES iRacing Cup Series. I'm Eliza Bethel, and this is the PSES iRacing Cup Series. I'm Eliza Bethel, and this is the PSES iRacing Cup Series. I'm Eliza Bethel, and this is the PSES iRacing Cup Series.
we are the brave. We'll fight you in vain. The name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave. The US of A. Oh, say, just that star spangled banner, yeah, for the land of the brave, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
Hello everyone, we wanted to welcome you from MaxspeedTV. Welcome you to the Dale Cup at Daytona, really the Dale Cup Super Speedway Series, the Sweatona 250, brought to you by, well, quite frankly, a handful of people, and we're going to get there in a moment. Wanted to thank you for joining. Very much appreciate you guys' time and effort in not only getting this series together, but also those of you who are watching just coming and hanging out with us for a little while and watching some cars drive around Daytona. Now, we have a full field here tonight, 43 spots, 43 cars have entered. All of them have paid a fee to get here, and ultimately some money is going to be paid out at the end of the night. Looking for about $150 for the winner, $100 for second, $50 for third. There's also $50 for the pole. A couple things to note about the event tonight. It will be 100 laps, so we're looking at 250 miles, about half of the full 500-mile distance. There are cautions will be on tonight. There is no fast repair, so these drivers will have to keep some semblance of sense if they do want to make it to the end of 250 miles tonight. We'll start with 65% of fuel, and then they will have 3 sets of tires over that 100 laps. So something to keep an eye on as we get through the night and as we kind of get towards the end here. Qualifying is going on right now. You'll see the times posted up on the left. Zachary Lima is actually up on the screen right now. This is our defending winner from the Sweat Cup 250 from last month at Talladega. Pretty similar deal. Cash race, looking to make it to the end. He certainly did, and he was able to pull off the win and earn himself some extra money on top of it. So we'll let these guys go ahead and finish up their qualifying times, get these all set up. Again, $50 on the line for the pole here. The field itself is stacked, and we'll get through this as we go along, kind of give you some names to some faces to some numbers, and get you comfortable with what you're about to see. So we'll give these guys just another couple of minutes here. Let's get 3 minutes. Usually it's 2 or 3 laps in that time. Cool. So we'll sit here and wait. If you're in the chat, either on Facebook or YouTube, I have you both up, so feel free to throw in some comments there. I see Logan Detweiler on the YouTube side. Hey, with like 15 Ys. Hey man, how's it going? Thanks for joining tonight. Very, very much appreciate it. Cannot thank you enough for being here and again, just hanging out with us for a while while we watch some action here. You'll notice his name should look familiar because it is. That's Garrett Smithley, who runs really in every series that he can in the real life Cup and Xfinity series. It tries to get as much seat time as he can. Looks like he joined us here tonight as well, so that's an eye for somebody that we'll keep an eye out on for the rest of the night as well. It's good to see him. Glad iRacing is one of those platforms that anybody can join any particular lobby and can show up at any time, and there you go, perfect example. So right now it looks like, let me get a list here and see what we got. So it looks like Jonah Colbert in the 88 was on top of the board, and as we see the times kind of fly in here now we'll see more names at the top. Curious to see where Joseph Lima, or Zachary Lima, I'm sorry. I want to see where he ended up in time-wise, but that'll show up here in a minute. We'll cross that bridge in a sec. Let's see here. We're looking for the number 14. So that's John Dunn in the 14, who's currently sitting on the provisional poll. Again, another minute and a half. So we'll kick back and kind of wait for this to conclude and see where we're at, see what we're doing. So good deal. All right, and it looks like, yep, and there we go. His names kind of come and go here on the qualifying times board. Garrett right now, as who we're following, looks like he's currently 20th, but he might be on his second lap here. We'll see here. Again, these are all fixed setups, so everybody should have the same equipment, should have the same setup going for them. So really, it's that out lap and how wound up are you able to get it in a short time, and that's really what we're looking for here. But again, it's Daytona, anything is possible. You can qualify in the back and still win. So we'll kind of see that as we progress along. So it looks like Grant Davis popped up in the top of the board there for a second, but as those last times start popping in here, we'll see some names kind of move their way down the list, and see where we end up. There's Dennis Ansman in the 16. That Greg Biffle font on the number, which is nice to see every now and then. Nice throwback number there. Looks he's got the Ohio State livery on it. Good choice, absolutely good choice. And looks like he ended up in sixth for the moment. So we should see a full rundown here in just a sec on see where everybody's starting, see where everybody's going, and we'll get this show running. Race should start here in a couple minutes anyhow, as they're gridding now. So we'll hold tight for just a moment until we get all that information compiled, and we'll go from there. All right, there we go. And on the pole, defending winner, Zachary Lima in the 4. Raymond Rittenauer, the second, is starting second in the 87 machine. As we kind of flip through here, TJ Roberts will start in third. The 29 car, Stephen Karosik in the 27 will start fourth. Garrett Smithley starting fifth, and Dennis Ansman, that 16 car that we just saw, starting sixth. DJ Thomas in the number 1 Toyota starting seventh, and Rit Cadote, if I screwed that up, I apologize. We'll figure it out for the end of the night. Hunter Thomas in 9th, and Michael A. Cruz starting in 10th. So we'll kind of run through the field here. I want to make sure that we get all the names for you. Anthony Guarineri in 11th, Jack B. Ryan in 12th. As Martin Bork starting 13th, Bobby Anderson starting 14th in the 18 car, Ken MacArthur starting 15th, Ryan White starting 16th in the 28, William Rice starting 51, starting 17th in the number 51, and Mark Mastrella starting 18th in the number 19 car. Bryce Simoneau starting in 19th, and Tanner Brooks starting in 20th. John Dunn, who we mentioned earlier, starting 21st, and Scott Huey Jr. starting in 22nd. Again, anybody starting from back here can win. Long way to go. Bradley Burke starting in 23rd. Andrew Lewis starting in 24th. Scott Tompkins in 25th. Jonah Colbert, as we saw earlier, in 26th. Justin Diaz in 27th. Kevin LaPierre in 28th. Bradley Shue in 29th, and Dusty Alpin in 30th. Awesome. There we go. Scott Black in 31st, Andrew Kolb in 32nd, Nicholas Lawrence in 33rd, and Daniel Keith Jr. in the 23 car in 34th. Shane Shepard is going to be starting 35th, with Scott T. Howell in 36th, Max Price in 37th, and that's looks to be that all we got. Is that where we ended up? Perfect. So we did have 43 listed on the entry list, but obviously it looks like I know we had a couple of replacements and a couple that were not going to make it from the original entry list, so which is all good, happens. So we'll roll with what we got. Looks like we've got 39 cars tonight. Again, looking for a share of some decent money here tonight for a little bit of effort. Again, $350 payout, $150 for first, $100 for second, and $50 for third. And these guys have been wanting to go all day, and so now we're we're ready to see some action here. Obviously, pace car is going to take them around a couple times. We'll get them set. And once they're set, then we'll get going and start calling some super speedway action here. Now, keep in mind, these events do happen once a month. So if you are interested in racing, Dale Cup is the Facebook page, and they do have a couple links to the Discord, which essentially everybody does business in. So if you need a link for that, reach out to us here or reach out in the chat, let me know, and I'll give you a link to where you need to go, or reach out to their Facebook page at Dale Cup, and they'll get you sorted out. And we are green. Zachary Lima bringing them down to green, bringing them up to speed here. And oh no, he is off already. Wonder if he missed the shift and got turned. Admin cautions are on, so if it does throw a flag here, it will be from manual perspective. But in the meantime, it looks like the 27 car has kind of gotten out to a little bit of a lead here. Dennis Ansman running second in that 16 car. We're gonna stay up front here. If caution comes out, again, we'll come back and take a look at it and see what might have happened. But right now, just running the bottom, looks like Garrett Smithley's running in fourth here, just kind of tucked in line. I can't imagine that any of these guys are going to be trying to make crazy moves early. Wouldn't imagine that they would, but it seems like this is going to be kind of get it comfortable, get in line, get settled with how the car's feeling, and then let's go from there. We keep up front. The 27 car remains in the lead. If I can, that is actually Steven Karasek up front. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. So he is up front. Qualified up front, has stayed up there so far. See the 16 car making a little bit of a run to the outside here. Now they're going to break up a little bit. Garrett Smithley's going to follow Steve in the 27. The 16 and the 29 are looking to get a great run up top, whether or not they'll be able to keep it coming around 3 here. Another story. Bottom line is going to prevail for right now. Might as well, if you're going to try. If you're going to try to see what that move will do and see if it'll work, you might as well go for it now. 27, Steve Karasek stays out front. Garrett Smithley in second. He's nosing out second just by a hair. The top line looks like it's trying to get formed up a little bit more. The bottom line has all the momentum here, and they're going to carry this all the way, at least to turn 2 to the backstretch, and most likely down the back here. 16 of Dennis Ansman still trying to make that outside work. Obviously, he doesn't have a lot of options here. Not a lot of different places to go. He made the move to the outside. He's going to be out there for a minute, but they are holding on pretty well. You see not a lot of side drafting. Fair, we see a little bit more of that obviously later on in the race, but for right now, looks like they're pretty content with not being super aggressive, which, honestly, for the sake of themselves. Oh, now we got one on the wall, going back about 10th, 11th, 12th. We do have one on the wall there. Let's see if multi-car incident or caution's going to come out. No caution with that. All right, so we stay green. Up front, situation remains unchanged. See the top line kind of get broken up a little bit. Steven Karasek in the 27, staying out front here. Smithley pushing in right behind. And then it looks like is that the one car? That looks like the one car. Let's see here. Get a name. That's Thomas. Thomas. I'll make sure that I get his... Hunter Thomas, that's the one. So it looks like he's running, or it's like DJ Thomas. There's 2 Thomases. There we go. DJ Thomas is number 1, running 3rd. So we're gonna stay up front here again. We saw the one car wreck in the back, bounced up and hit the wall in the tri-oval. Not sure exactly what happened. We'll try to get a number. We'll kind of follow along with the ticker up top. See if we can get a number and a name of who that might have been. Still, the bottom line here still prevails. It looks like the top line kind of dissipated. The 21 did get down in line. Down looks like in 5th. The 16 kind of got shuffled back a little bit. Looks like Dennis Ansman got pushed back a little bit. But the top 5, top 7, it's like top 8, all in line here. Actually, top 12, 13, top 14, all about in line here. Just rolling. Looks like the 21 gets off the bottom just a tick, and he's going to get shuffled unless... Are we going to be friendly and let it back in? Yeah, we are. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Good call. Good call, 33. That's Ronald Holmes in the 33. Letting in Anthony Guarneri back in line here. That was probably a smart move to try not to force the issue this early. Now, you'll notice they are running around the bottom here, around that yellow line. It's anybody who's ever raced Daytona in any discipline or format, knows that's pretty much what we do. It used to not be that way in the 70s in real life, but somebody figured out that if you cut the lap short and you shorten it around the bottom, it makes life a lot easier for you. You go a lot faster, and well, here we are. These guys are bottom feeding right now, and again, long way to go. So we'll watch them continue to do so as Steve Carruthers continues to lead. Garrett Smithley running in second, and looks like DJ Thomas is still in third, rounding up the top three there. And he does make it's like one car makes a move up top. Felt like the run was coming up there, and it certainly is. They are more organized. How long they'll be able to stay together is an entirely different story, but we'll see as they come around here to lap 8 or complete lap 7 into lap 8. And the one car is gonna lead this lap. He is gonna make the move. I don't think he'll be able to clear the bottom line here, but worth a shot. Might as well make that move if you feel like you can make it safely. And there is the caution. We'll go back out, take a replay here, see what happened. Obviously, been a couple incidents before this, but this one was worthy of a caution. It looks like we've got Tanner Brooks end over end. Looks like him in the 14. We see the 16. Dennis Ansman back there as well. These guys are kind of towards the back of the line, the back of this initial group here, so 14th, 15th or so, and looks like 5 got a little squirrely. 14 happened to be there. Just kind of a wrong place, wrong time sort of deal. John Dunn was the guy behind Tanner Brooks there, and ended up turning him. Now again, with no fast repairs, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for him. Whether or not he wants to take the mandatory repairs here and try to stay in it, just try to hang on, hope for calamity later. We do have a long way to go, so we'll see what he feels like his options are, but obviously the front end of that car is gone, so he'll most likely have some lengthy stops here in order to try to continue in this particular event. We see Zachary Lima in the 4 car. He's all the way back in 34th right now. Wanted to make a note of it. Obviously, he had the issues there at the very, very beginning of the race, and he was our pole sitter. So he's our pole sitter. He kind of not sure what happened, whether or not he spun the tires. We'll try to get an answer there, see what happened, but looks like he's back towards the back of the field, but again, long way to go. DJ Thomas is the leader right now. Looks like he did make that pass before the caution came out, or he did recognize him as the leader here. So these are the first couple of laps that have not been led by the 27 tonight to this point. So again, 3 sets of tires. We'll see. We'll see whether or not they want to take the tires here or what they want to do. Good question. Pit road should be open here, and it looks like the one car, DJ Thomas, will not come down. Wonder how many others we have here who are coming down. It's like Ryan White's down, but he may have, I think he was a couple laps down already, so he might have had some damage before. Yeah, definitely had some damage before, so he's getting that fixed here. Looks like we've got a few others on pit road, but we'll try to get yep, so Steven Karosik in the 27 is on pit road. The 29 car as well was on pit road too. Here. All right, there we go. All right, perfect. So I was trying to see if see who else we had. Now, obviously, Tanner Brooks in the 5. This is the car that just flipped over on Joey Chitwood's grass, and that's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate way to start tonight. We'll hopefully he's able to at least get some of that repaired and at least get back on the track. That's not the way you want to start tonight. DJ Thomas still the leader. Obviously did not come in at pits. This is going to shake up the top 5 or 6 or so, and we'll get a little bit better of a rundown as they start to form up here in the next lap or so. So yeah, that's a great way to start. We had a lot of green flag racing there at the very beginning. We do have a caution to kind of bunch things back up, so we'll get a feel for where everybody's strengths are kind of from this point forward. We'll see where they feel strong, where they feel like they can pass. Obviously, this package is conducive to, side-by-side racing. It's conducive to side-by-side drafting, and we'll see that, obviously, as the night goes on. The car that did exit early on was Raymond Rittenauer in the 87, and you see him up, shows up last on the ticker. Wanted to call that out. Obviously, again, that's another situation that's unfortunate, not the way you want to start or end your night, but wanted to thank him for coming out and making the start, making the attempt. So as we kind of run through the field here, we see the number 1 Thomas front. Looks like the second car is going to be that 77. If we can flip over to the 77, perfect. That's Scott Huey Jr. Running second right now. And then I believe it's the 26. Is that the 26 behind the 1 car there? Perfect. Hunter Thomas. That's who I was trying to call out earlier. And that's who I got confused with in the 1 car. Hunter Thomas is third. And then it looks like it's like the 21 car. The 21 car who was running 4th or 5th or so, kind of all night. So to this point, Anthony Guarneri. I'm going to get it before the night's over with, running 4th. And then finally in 5th place is going to be that 71 car of Martin Bork in that orange colored car with the old kind of Dave Marcus number there, running 5th. So it should be coming. Lights are off in the pace car. Should be coming around to green flag action here in just a sec. And this will be interesting. This will be interesting to see kind of where everybody's at, what everybody chooses to do, whether or not they want to run at the bottom for a while. Obviously, up front was clean. All that was great. And obviously, one other missing notable up here, Garrett Smithley not in the top 5 here, not in the top 7 or 8. Looks like he also did come down during that pit stop as well. All right, pace car is off the track. We are in the restart zone, and TJ Thomas gets a nice jump over the 77. 26 giving him a pretty good kind of a bubble push there. Not fully connected to him just yet, but he does give him a great shot out. Martin Bork in the 71 does get a nice jump as well. He's going to move up into 3rd, and that bottom lane's going to prevail. The bottom lane's going to take over here. As we see the 77, who again restarted 2nd, did slide back in line in 5th. We'll take a quick kind of almost a quick look back. We also see the 69 car who's also running 6th. That's Michael A. Cruz in the 69. Nice. That's great. So he's running 6th right now. William Rice in the 51 running 7th. And then looks like to round out the top 10, we've got Bobby Anderson in the 18. Looks like Garrett Smithley's there in 9th in the 51. And then Bryce Semino up to 10th now. Started 19th up to 10th. As we see the outside lane here starting to form a little bit backwards. You wonder if we see the 27, the car that was leading, obviously, the first 7 or 8 laps there, Steven Karosek, trying to push his way forward, trying to get back up to a decent spot here, whether or not the top line will continue to pay dividends. And, if that front group just doesn't, if they don't get away, this top line is able to get some momentum. It looks like the 23 kind of ducked down and got in line 2. TJ Roberts is the guy that's pushing, and he was pushing him earlier, at least running up in that front group. Wonder what their options really are back here. We'll see. We'll see as the night goes on. Again, got to think that these guys are going to get more and more aggressive as they go along. Obviously, some of these guys have raced against each other quite a bit. Some of them have not. So we'll see kind of the contrasting styles as we get a little bit deeper into the evening. But DJ Thomas continues to lead up front in that number 1 car. The 26 running in 2nd, and looks like the 71 of Mark Bork still in 3rd. So we'll kind of stay up here with these guys. Just kind of follow along here. I don't think they're going to stick a nose out too terribly far. I do see that 21 running 4th. The 21 car, Anthony Guarneri, running 4th. Now earlier it looked like he had some, I don't want to say it's some issues staying on the bottom, but it seemed like the car might have been a little bit tighter for him than it was for most. Now, obviously, with a fixed setup, if you've never been on iRacing or if you've never experienced what a fixed setup's like, it's really a handful of things that you can control. It's the steering ratio, the brake bias. Those are a couple of things that you can change, as well as the steering offset. So I wonder if if it's just a ratio issue. I wonder if it's just something. Because obviously the rest of these guys are able to stay on the bottom it just seemed like he was having some issues, kind of keeping it pinched down and keeping it in line. We'll keep an eye on that as well as we progress forward. But right now, top 4, top 5, top 7 in order, just kind of riding around right now. And this is probably my favorite view, I think, of all the ones that we have. It's that roof cam. It's the same one that you see on Sundays or on Saturdays in the Xfinity series. It's that same cam. This one right here. That is the one. I love this one. Love this to death because you get a sense of, obviously this is virtual. All of these things are ones and zeros in the grand scheme of things, but you do get a sense of the speed and sense of the feel of the racetrack. You can kind of feel everything if it's a sensation that's familiar to you, and I just love this view. You get a little bit of everything you can see over these giant spoilers, and it's not a bad call. So you see Garrett Smithley making a run to the outside. Does he have help? He does. He has help in the 77. He's gonna make an attempt. They have a lot of steam. Does it carry Garrett to the lead? That's the question. Does it? Oh yeah, he's going to get clear. He's going to get clear at the bottom here. The question is, does he go down? And he will. And the 77 will go with him. Leaves the 33 out to dry for the moment. But 77, nice push, nice consistent push from pretty much the start-finish line all the way around here. Looks like he's also going to make a look up top, and the door's going to shut. TJ Thomas is going to shut the door down below. The 77 is just going to drift backwards, and that's the option. But it does push Garrett Smithley to the lead. We see the 5 from the wreck car from earlier does get out of the way. Good call to put it up high. As we see the 51, the 1, the 26, and the 71 running 1, 2, 3, 4. Garrett Smithley up front. I can't say this is a total surprise, but that's pretty cool. That's nice. Hunter Thomas running 3rd, right in front of Martin Borka, right behind TJ Thomas. These guys looks like they're pretty content right now, just kind of riding. I almost wonder if Garrett just wanted to kind of get out of the fray and put some clean air on the front of the car, just to kind of get out of that mess of whatever was about to happen. But so far so good for him. Looks like he's out front where he wanted to be. As top 5, top 6 here, still kind of running single file. If we could take a quick look backwards, just want to see if there's any action kind of going on right behind this group. I want to see what we've got going on back there. So it looks like top 6, top 7. There we go. There's that top line. That's what I was waiting for. I knew you guys were going to get formed up eventually. That top line includes a lot of different cars. So we see Bradley Burke up there as well. I hadn't got to talk about him all night yet. Right in front of Steven Krasik in the 27. Behind the 33 and the 77. Again, the 77 just pushed Garrett Smithley into the lead. So I'm sure he's tried to do that again and hopefully this time stay up there. He had a spot at the bottom. He could have been sacked right now, but he wasn't able to keep it pinched to the bottom. And that door shut pretty quickly there. So they are, yep, and there's our leader again. I said he led 7 or 8 laps. He led 6, technically, but semantics. He led 6. So he's going to run the bottom here and try to kind of pick them off one by one if he can, it seems like. I think he might be done with the top for right now. We see that outside line forming up a little bit. Now, this is one of those things where, it's an interesting concept to learn about how energy passes between moving objects. The DJ Thomas goes up to make a block and it does not work, and that's going to dissipate that top line. If the 77 can come down or the 71 can make up a little bit of ground here, that 77 is going to push DJ Thomas. He's going to try. He's going to make it try to make that work. We see the 33 kind of go backwards. DJ Thomas threw a block there, and it negatively impacted the 33 just for where they were. 33 couldn't stay in the gas and had to back out of it just a tiny bit with no help. All right. Whew. I need to take a breath. I just need to breathe. That's all. Cool. So Garrett Smithley still leads. Hunter Thomas in the 26, DJ Thomas in the 1, running 1, 2, 3. Martin Bork in the 4, running 4th in the 71 is your top 4. And that top line, again, it's one of those things that you need cooperation for. It does look like they're formed up a little bit better, but the 26, 100 Thomas is just all over Garrett Smithley, and unless he the moment I mention it, he goes up high. So we'll see. Now the bottom line kind of gets together again. The 26 is going to go up to the top and make this pass here. He should be able to make this pass pretty cleanly. He's going to have all the energy at least for another seconds here. The bottom line is going to come back even less formed up with less cars. It is the shorter route. Garrett puts a little air on the 26's spoiler and remains in that position as they run side by side. Here we are 22 laps through. On lap 23 we've got 70, I guess technically it's 78 to go. Garrett Smithley still leads. Martin Bork in the 71 running third, on second on the bottom line. And our outside line still maintaining some momentum here. Hunter and DJ Thomas up top, running that top line, running pretty well together. Kind of a yo-yo, back and forth. Goodness gracious, this is good. This is what I came for. This is good stuff. Looks like Hunter Thomas is going to lead this particular lap here. This is I love this. I love the left hand ticker. The left hand ticker is my favorite, just for how simple it is, how clean it is. We can kind of see the top, top 8, top 9 at all at one time. One thing I did want to call out. Let me actually see where he was. When I saw him a minute ago, Zachary Lima in the 4, again our pole sitter, had fallen back at the beginning. He did make his way up to 20th, was when I saw him last. As we see the bottom line kind of prevail here, bottom line making its statement kind of here that it's not going to give up the lead at all. And there we go. We see him in 16th place for right now. So he is making his way back up. It's about 3/4 of a second off the lead, running at the tail end of this group on the outside line. There we go. All right, that's perfect. So good deal. So bottom line kind of put itself up front. Yet again, Garrett Smithley leading that line for right now. As we see, yep, there we go. So looks like DJ Thomas did get down in the 1 car. It's him and the 21 make a little bit of contact there. Nothing to see. Got cars coming in for pit stops here. It looks like DJ Thomas is one of those in the 1 car. Looks like they're coming down for scheduled service at this point. Again, 3 sets of tires, so you almost wonder if they're splitting this race up into 4 different sections: 25, 25, 25, and 25. Good stuff. Good to see that. So here we are with Scott Black running 27th. Now these guys have kind of fallen off of the main draft, but 1 caution, they're back in it, or theoretically 24 speeding penalties and they're back in it, but 1 caution and then they're back in it here as Garrett Smithley leads up front. Now it looks like the 71 of Martin Bork is going to come in. A lot of these guys are going to come in, and it's going to leave Garrett kind of open here for a lead change. As we see the 21, the 27, and the 29 all make passes. There's Zachary Lima in the 4, but Anthony Guarneri takes over the lead. It's his first lap led tonight. Steven Karosik in the 27 is going to take over the lead here. Now, obviously, some of these guys came in and pitted as the 21 has a moment off of 2. Oh, goodness, I hope he's all right. Hope he's good. Obviously, some of these guys did come and pit during the first caution, so they can go a little bit further if they do choose to. We see some of the guys that did come in are either a lap down or about to be a lap down. So if caution comes out, this may trap some of those guys down, and this might just be a strategy call to do so, to do something very similar to that. Whether or not they'll stay out as long as they can, we'll kind of see what our options are there, see what their options are specifically. As Steven runs first in the 27, runs up front, 29 second. Looks like Zachary Lima in the 4 is running third. And Garrett Smithley ended up falling back to 4th there. Obviously, his help went to the pits, so kind of ran out of help there, and got freight trained up top. So, all right, so we'll keep an eye up here up front, just to see when these guys do inevitably come down. Race of strategies, right? That's the box we painted ourselves in tonight. Race of differing strategies, and we'll see how this plays out for for a lot of these guys. So good deal. So far, so good. It is nice to see the black plus scheme. It's nice to see that. That's one I haven't seen in a while. So that's good. I like it. Good deal. There we go. TJ Roberts. It's gonna it'll stick at some point in time tonight. In the 29, running second. In front of Zachary Lima and behind the 27 car as well. Yeah, just kind of riding right now. This is probably the smart play, just for the fact that, you want to try to put laps down here. This is a situation where you want to try to put as fast a laps down as you can, so that way when you do collectively come in, you're able to, put as much distance as you can on the people that you were racing around who did have to pit early, and honestly hope that they got split up a little bit, which, looking at how they came in, there weren't big groups. There weren't big groups that came in at one time, so this may pay off for these guys in the long run. Plus, they'll be able to go much further, and if it's something where they can stretch it to, 2 stops, if they can make 2 stops, that'd be great. Not only save a set of tires for the end, just in case, but, be able to make one less pit stop if they can. That should be doable. So, taking a look through, let's see if there were any other notables that had kind of gotten pushed back a little bit here. We see the 21's 1 lap down. We see the 71 is 2 laps down. These guys are, again, a little bit of ways back, but it's mostly because the group up front here that we're watching have not been to pit road since the caution. So all these guys at least came in. If they didn't put on tires, at the very least they did take on fuel. Garrett Smithley is one of those 2. He's in this group as well, running 4th. Did come in during that first stop, got shuffled back, made his way to the lead, and then got shuffled back again. So we'll keep an eye on him for the rest of the night as well. We'll see what we've got here. So if we can kind of go back through the field just a little bit, see who we've got in the top 10. Obviously, we've covered the top 5 pretty well. Let's go back to let's go back to 6th place. So Mark Mastrella had got to talk about him either. Running 6th, looks like he's kind of hanging on to this particular group or hanging on to this particular draft. Which is great. It's a good start. Ken MacArthur in the 97, kind of that Kurt Busch themed font of the 97, running 8th. Also hanging on to this group pretty well, doing a pretty good job. The 77 still in the lead lap. Yeah, I'm not crazy. 77 on the lead lap, or is he 1 lap down? I think he's 1 lap down. I think he came and pitted before. As the 14 of John Dunn also comes into pit here. He was running 9th or 10th, and he slides the tires and comes in super hot. There we go. Scott Huey Jr. Was running up front, pushed the 51 to the lead earlier, pushed the 51 of Garrett Smithley up to the lead earlier. Did come in and pit, is a lap down. The 14 of John Dunn hauled the male into pit road, and have to imagine that incurs a penalty of some kind. But my goodness, that was hot. That was yeah. There you go. Yep, got to go back to the pit stall. That was far too hot to come into pit road, but that's all right. Got some time to make that up here as the leaders come around turn 4. There we go. Now here comes the big group of them. If they can get down safely, the 29's he's gonna miss pit road. That's unfortunate. TJ Roberts is gonna miss pit road. He's running 2nd. Oh my goodness, as he slides it in, that's definitely going to be a penalty, but we'll see how he can recover here. It looks like everybody else made it in safely. It looks like the 16 car here's a couple laps down. The one that we were talking about earlier, running in the top couple, started 6th. Is a couple laps down here. I'm almost wondering if he had some damage or any sort of connection issues. Ken MacArthur, currently in 11th, but this will cycle back around once these guys get back going here. I'm curious to see where this leads them. I feel like they're going to be the leader. Right now, the leader is this 187 of Scott Howell. Running alone right now, but looks like he was able to stretch it a little bit further than everybody else, so would have to think that he'd be coming in here momentarily, either this time or next time. There he comes. That's what we expected. Good deal. So the 187 of Scott Howell comes in. Did not officially lead the lap, but very, nope, he won't. Looks like he got passed here before the line, so it's going to come in and get his service. Now, you'll see the guys up top. So TJ Thomas and a handful of others are going to get back in the lead lap here. We're going to cycle back around. We'll try to keep an eye on who ends up the leader here in a moment. Nicholas Lawrence in the 09, currently the leader, and this is from that group that we checked in on earlier with the 37 as well. Looks like this is the group that we're just kind of riding. Get lost the draft, and again they had rode around for a little bit, lost the draft, and we're gonna stay with these guys as we see another crazy pit entrance from the 37 car. We'll see if he made that under the pit road speeding limit. But looks like both of these guys are going to miss their pit boxes. They'll come back in, slide back into them, and get their service. As we'll hang out here, we'll see the lead cycle around to, looks like Zachary Lima. We'll have video here in just a sec. Video of where those guys are. It looks like they did come out in a pack, so at the very least it's Zachary Lima with, see if I can get you a name, I think that's Grant Davis on the 24. I want to say it's Grant Davis on the 24, but we'll confirm that in a moment. Awesome. So yeah, let's head up to Zachary Lima in the 4. He should have cycled around to being the leader here, and he did. That's awesome. So Zachary Lima, again, the guy who won the Sweat Cup 250 last month, currently your leader. Looks like he's got a little bit of right rear damage, although I can never trust it from the broadcast from this level, whether or not it's actually affected the car or not. We see damage, just not sure if it is affecting him because he was going 204 miles an hour a moment ago. Real quick, I just want to check. So the top banner says that we're seeing Grant Davis in the 24 second. Is that Garrett Smithley running second? At least, okay, so it is. Cool. So these are your top 3 then. And this is where this cycled out to. Obviously, with TJ Roberts' issues getting onto pit road, this is where this cycle. Oh, okay. Never mind. I see it. So Garrett's technically listed as the 24, although it's stamped the 51. That makes sense. Cool. So Garrett's running second, right behind Zachary Lima in the 4. Steven Karosik in the 27, running third. The man who led the first 6 laps and has fought ever since to get back up front. He's made it successfully up here. So these are your top 3. How far? Looks like 4th is. Can we go back 1 to the 27 car for just a sec? Want to take a look and see how far the group behind them, how far behind they are. And we should be able to see that from the graphic if we go back to the 27. Let's head back there for just a sec. Steven Karosik in the 27. Okay, so these guys are about 4 seconds and some change ahead of the next group of a handful of drivers here. These guys, again, pit stops were crucial. Pit stops, at least getting onto pit road, not necessarily the pit stops themselves, but getting onto pit road was huge, and certainly paid dividends for these 3. So now the issue becomes, okay, you've pitted. You pitted later than everybody else that is a serious contender or has been contending to this point. What do you do now? Well, you ride for right now. That's the plan. You stay with the group that you have. You try to combat any lap traffic that you come up on, as these guys certainly will with the 1s and 2s that have fallen off of the main group. As we see, the 33 car looks to be a lap down. It's Ronald Holmes in the 33. Looks to be a lap down, but honestly, safe place to be, right behind the leaders. Not a bad call. If you can hang on and kind of ride for a little bit, you'll undoubtedly pick up positions there. So good call, good riding by him. Perfect. So yeah, then we just kind of settle in. We get comfortable and settle in. You see these guys are still running 205 even in a group of 3. This isn't a group of 20 we're talking about. It's a group of 3, and they're hauling they're hauling mail tonight. Here at Daytona, they're still going pretty quick. I can't imagine these guys are going to make any serious moves against each other, at least until we get around to the next pit cycle and kind of see where the chips fall, whether or not somebody does have an issue getting onto pit road or something like that. So tell you what, now honestly, while we're watching these three, seems like a natural time to kind of take a second, thank some of our partners, and go ahead and get some business taken care of while we're here. There were a couple of names that we wanted to say thank you to. Blackfin Marketing, paving the road to your brand's success. Stand out from the crowd with social media marketing. We wanted to thank them for their assistance. If we can get yeah, that's the one. Blackfin Marketing, again, paving the road to your brand's success. We wanted to thank them for hopping on with us tonight and joining the broadcast. Wanted to make sure that we called them out. I'm going to take a step away for just a brief moment. Realistically, I want to fill this drink up just a little bit, so if you want to give me a second, I'll be back, and we'll show you some pictures in the meantime, and we'll go from there. Be right back. All right, thank you guys for holding on for me for just a sec. I appreciate it. I've always wanted to say this. You didn't miss a thing with side-by-side coverage. Always wanted to say that, and I finally got a chance to. You didn't miss a thing. We stayed on the leaders the whole time. Looks like Zachary Lima still up front, Garrett Smithley running second, and Stephen Karusik in the 27 running third. Looks like these guys are just settled in. I think as we kind of thought about, figured these guys would take a second and just let's relax, let's breathe for a minute, let's put down as many fast laps as we can, and ultimately that's what they're trying to do and trying to distance themselves. Real quick, could we go back to the 27 car one more time? We see a couple of lap down cars that have kind of added themselves to the group here. Now this group of the moment I say something, I was going to say this group of three had put another half second on fourth, but there's a caution. So it looks like we are going to bunch everybody back up here. We'll take a look and see what transpired. It looks like Michael Cruz in the 69 had some issues. Not sure if he got turned off the bumper of somebody, but let's take a look here. Now he's back with technically he was back in 30th, and looks like. Oh no, it looks like he turned him and the 31 in the Twisted Tea machine got together, and that's caused some mayhem. Again, no fast repairs here, so any repairs are going to have to be done kind of manually, and it looks like there were it might have been a part of a connection issue as well. Obviously, sometimes that happens, but it's a shame. Beautiful looking race car and torn up, unfortunately. So. We'll see if he can get some repairs. Now this is going to group everything back up and changes the strategy around quite a bit. For those guys who pitted on lap 25, those guys who pitted at first, thinking of DJ Thomas, Hunter Thomas, those guys, this is their chance to kind of get back into the fray here. The question is, do they pit now and then try to stretch it a little bit extra? You'd have to think they would. This would be a good time to kind of get back on even par with the strategies. We'll see how this plays out for them. Whether or not these guys up front even pit, it seems like they were pretty confident or pretty comfortable where they were, but even with a set of tires, do you come in here? Most likely. Seems like you would have to, just in case this thing goes green for a while. And Survey says. Yeah, there they come. Glad to say. Don't disappoint me. Just don't. There we go. So Zachary Lima, Garrett Smithley, Steven Karosik, all these guys coming in up from the front. I don't think anybody stayed out here. I think these are all lap down cars that are coming around here right now. So we'll see where these guys line up on the start. Now, obviously, we have a few cars that are out of the event. The 14, the 16, kind of those guys in the back. You'll see them up on the ticker here in a couple that have kind of bounced. So I think we're down to 31, 32. They're out on the track at the moment. A couple that are trying to survive. So we'll see what we've got when we go green here. But the top three have been the top three for a little bit now. They should shake some things up. And hey, everybody in the YouTube chat, thank you guys again so much. Appreciate it. And the pink car does look sweet. You were absolutely right. Thanks, guys, for joining. Definitely appreciate you having you. And would love to have you again when we do this next month. Hopefully when we do this at the same time, same place next month. So appreciate you. Appreciate you being here for sure. So right now, Zachary Lima came in up front, leaving up front as we come around to complete lap 47. And yep, that's perfect. That's that scroll bar I like so much. That's the one. Perfect. So we see Zachary Lima again up front, picking up right where he left off, not only in qualifying but from last week or last month as well. Up front, led 12 laps. Goodness, that run felt like it was so much longer than it was, but it was only 12 laps and he led all of those. But again, pole sitter had some issues up front, essentially started this race in the back after starting on the pole with those issues and has made it all the way back up to the lead. Let's see here. So Garrett Smithley should circle around to second. Technically, the Rittenauer machine, the number 87, was actually the first DNF today, so it should cycle back around to Garrett Smithley, Steven Karosik in the 27, and then kind of run through the rest of those guys here as they come up. It looked like Bradley Burke was running fourth. He was the one that was running fourth before the flag came out, before the caution flag came out, so he's still in fourth, and then we'll get a feel here. Yep, in that 95 car. That's a really nice game. I like that. I might have to reach out to him just to see if that's on trading paints or something like that, because I like that. I like the color. I like how it makes the number pop. That's good. That's good stuff. Let's go back just a tick here. The 22, looks like the 22 is running fifth. Max Price on the 22. Hadn't got to talk about Max much tonight, but hanging in there, running fifth. The 19 car was running sixth earlier. It's still running sixth now. Mark Mastrello running sixth. DJ Thomas running seventh. Scott Huey running eighth. And then as we go back one more row, looks like the 97 of, where are we? So if we go back one more, Kim MacArthur, there we go, running in the 97, running ninth. We see Hunter Thomas in the 26 running 10th, I'm sorry, 11th, or actually, I'm sorry, 12th. I can't count tonight, 12th. So he'll be looking to get back up front here too. So we should be going green here in just a moment. Pace car should be off by now. And then Zachary Lima is going to bring him down and get him. Oh, yep, there we go. There goes the pace car. Yeah,
got a great flag.
You know what? While we're here, yeah, let's go ahead and crank it up. Go ahead and turn those sound volumes all the way up. And let's listen to these motors run for a little bit. we saw a lot of stuff happening there at once on the restart. Looks like the top, about top 12 or top 13 kind of broke apart here, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Noah's Ark formation all the way back to about 12th, 14th. The 95 looking to make a run here. This outside line's been trying to get just that little bit extra. The Ford, the 51 are holding such good lines and are running pretty well together here. These guys have been nose to tail for 16, 17 laps now, and have made significant progress here towards just holding on to that bottom line. The top kind of breaks apart just a little bit. We see the 95 Bradley Burke try to get clear. If he can get clear and get out front, he'll be fine for a little while. But he's right where he needs to be, getting the push from the top lane. The bottom lane, Zachary Lima, Garrett Smithley, and DJ Thomas. These guys are trying to stay as connected as possible here, and if they can break out front, then they can kind of control the race. But the top line has the energy, has the momentum, and then that bottom line, again, shortest way around, picks, you put some air on the outside spoiler, and boom, you're back in it. These guys are holding on to their own, but Bradley Burke's going to lead, Bradley Burke's going to lead another lap. Zachary Lima makes another charge here, try to get by him and try to get clear, but the outside line does get a good run, coming off of 2, coming off of 4, and all the way down, both straightaways. We'll see if they can do the same here. Seems like the bottom line kind of gets broken up just enough in the center 2 off, and gives that top lane some life as they get a nice push, a nice kind of forward thrust of energy here. Bradley Burke's going to try to get around the 4 here still, but it's kind of a drag race at this point. And the question becomes who has the momentum at the right time. It's funny. So he's going to lead another lap here up front. Not enough to clear, but definitely enough to lead. And ultimately, when you get to the last lap, that's all you got to do. It's just lead that one, and that's what he's trying to do here. The 51 of Garrett Smithley kind of lays off. I'm not sure if he's having some sort of issue or something. Looks like something happened coming off of 4, and that kind of got him a little bit out of shape. Gave that top line the freedom to do now whatever they want to do with the bottom line kind of getting broken up a little bit here. He's going to go to the top side as well, try to pick up some momentum there, but oh no, it's like who's that? The 97? So the 97 got into him, Ken MacArthur in the 97. Yep, and there it is. Looks like he had gotten up into Garrett a little bit coming off 4. Not sure if the car got tight or a little squirrely, something like that, but he had already spun by this point. The 95 did, and we can kind of see that up front here a little bit. Garrett Smithley went up high, and that's what we caught with the camera. Was that we caught the 97 having a that's the one we're going to want to see here. We'll see. Was it the 97 or was it? Yep, it was the 97. Looks like he just got up, got sideways, and then obviously behind this, it looks like the 96 was also caught up in it from either from him coming back up or from a secondary collision here. Something happened behind there. Definitely more than one car, but this will be a good angle. So the 97 looks like he tries to make it 3 wide, which is reasonable. Okay, it's bumped by the 22. That makes sense as to why he got as squirrely as he did at that time. Shoot, that's unfortunate. We'll see how much damage he's got. I don't think it doesn't look like he hit anything, at least anything hard. So we'll see. He's been running top 10 all night. Kevin MacArthur has in the 97, so we'll see how this plays out for him. We also saw Kevin LaPierre in the 96. Looks like he had some issues too, and that's kind of where our camera focused on when we did the replay the first time. I don't know if he was caught up in that or not, as it looks like the 26 of Hunter Thomas might have gotten a little bit of damage out of that too, which is also unfortunate for how strong of a run he's had as well. Looks like everybody else got around this okay. Okay, so the 96 did get around it all right, unless he pancakes the wall down here. I retract my prior statement. He pancaked the wall. That's what happened. That's why we focused on him. Okay, the picture is clear. We now understand. He tried to avoid got a little bit farther left than he wanted to be, and pancaked the left side of the car on the wall, down at the Ricky Red corner down here. That makes sense. Okay, cool. So it's been about 12 laps since the last caution. We ran about 8 or 9 green flag laps there while we were in our Crank It Up segment. We saw a handful of lead changes. We saw a handful of kind of tug of war pulling from top to bottom. Obviously, third caution of the night. We've had 8 caution laps. We do have 44 to go, coming around to 43 to go here, and we've had 12 lead changes so far. Again, a lot of those were right there. That's what we just saw. It was a pretty good battle here. Now, the question becomes, do we pit? Do we come in? Do we stay out? What do we do? Hard to say for those guys who just came in. Do you come in, take tires? If you didn't before, do you come in and top off with fuel? We shall see, because this would put you in range for potentially a one-stop race from here. You should be able to do that from this point. And does Zachary Lima come in? No. Does anybody else come in? Is the fair question. And doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like we have a lot of takers there. All right. So as we work under our third caution of the night, we'll take a look through the field here in a moment. Once they get back up into formation here, side by side, as we see a couple of familiar faces again. Zachary Lima's been up front all night. Steven Korosic's been up front for most of the night, ever since both of these guys came back from their issues earlier. And we'll kind of go backwards just a little bit here, see who else we have on the lead lap. Scott Decal, the guy you might remember him from earlier. He stayed out a little bit later than everybody else did on the first green flag stop, running third. So has made a nice recovery from kind of getting behind on strategy, or I guess theoretically putting himself ahead on strategy, as we see the 21 car get away around. The 97 of Scott Huey Jr. Is running fourth. And now, again, this is the guy who was pushing Garrett Smithley to the lead earlier. Kind of fell back, got into a bad situation, and has fought his... Okay, that's all good. So he's made a nice recovery here, back up to fourth. As you guys are going to see, for those of you watching on YouTube, Facebook, you're going to see some stuff refresh here. We're going to refresh our graphics here in just a moment, so you see stuff go away. It'll come back. Give it a second. We just want to make sure we're bringing you up to the second information and make sure that it's correct. So,
not going.
All right.
One to go.
We are. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, we are back. Green. Zachary Lima taking the early jump here. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, go ahead. You're fine. I retract my prior statement. There we go. Now we're not going green this time, even though the pace car did pull off, because the pace car driver is a liar. That's what he is. But it's all good. We're gonna go one more time around. While we're doing that, we'll refresh our graphics here. We'll have those back up here in just a second. Again, everybody who is just hanging out with me, listening to me talk for a little bit, I appreciate you. I cannot thank you enough for being here and spending Tuesday night with me. It's just a fun time. It's fun to do. It's fun to watch, guys, who obviously have some skin in the game here. They have some money on the line for themselves. Interesting to see kind of the choices that they make, and as somebody who is still relatively new to the iRacing scene myself, this is fun. This is fun to learn, fun to see what what these guys do in terms of super speedway racing. How do they make their moves? What choices do they make given certain situations? And it's pretty cool to watch. So I wanted to thank you guys as well for joining. I know a lot of you have a vested interest in certain drivers because you're friends with them, or you may happen to be married to one. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what your personal life looks like. I have no idea. But if I did, I would say you're probably married to one, and you're looking to see them do well tonight. If you do have a favorite, or if you do have your pick to win, I'll go ahead and take those in the chat just to see how many of you are right at the end of the night. I'll take them. But Zachary Lima still leads. We're going to go one more time around at the very least here. I think they're sorting out some running order stuff. I know I've seen a couple of excuse me, I've seen a couple of cars get some laps back here, or attempt to get their laps back. So we'll go one more time around. This is going to put us right at 40 to go. Obviously, there is one more stop from this point, regardless. No matter when you pitted, there will still be one more stop. So, gotta wonder if you're going to split this up into two 20-lap segments if it goes green. Are you going to, try to short pit, long pit? Or are you going to make a deal with somebody, right? Again, all these guys are, if they're still in the race here, they're still in one of the, they're either in their own Discord channel, if they're working together, or there's some sort of communication that they're trying to make here. And you wonder if they're going to try to pit together, if that's going to cause issues. There's a lot of unknowns, a lot of unknown options, and things that we're still kind of waiting to see how they play out. But we'll show them to you right here. So looks like these guys are set. The lights are off on top of the pace car, which is what we want to see. Of course, they were off the last time, and they lied to us. So we will trust them when they pull off. When the car pulls off, we should be ready to go green here. I think we've got all of our scoring issues settled, and should be ready to go. So again, Zachary Lima up front, led 20 laps so far tonight. Started on the pole, fell all the way back to the back, made his way up to the front. We have Steven, give me a sec. Excuse me. We've got Steven Karusik in the 27, running second, and then there we go. Lights are out. Pace car's off. We are ready to go green as there it goes. Green, green, green. The 4 car of Zachary Lima is going to get that jump. Again, he's the leader. He kind of controls the restarts, so he's got the option there. The 27 should tuck in behind him here. He's going to try to. As the 187 gets a good run and then kind of falls back, and it seems like it's going to break up that section. They're going to get together again. There's too many cars there to not catch these two up front, but Zachary and Steven are both hooked up. They're ready to kind of get out of here for a little bit, and there we go. Now we see the train behind them. Bradley Burke in the 95 running 4th. Looks like he's made up a I know he got pushed back there a little bit. He led a few laps a few minutes ago. He led about 5 in a row. Now he's going to try to make the outside work here. I don't know that he's going to have the help for it right now, but this may be to set up a move here in the next couple laps or so once that top line gets formed up all the way. DJ Thomas made it all the way back up to 5th. Through the pit cycle kind of got him a little bit behind, but he's back up running at top. As we see the 27 of Steven Karusik making a move to the outside of the 4. He's going to have the help. No, he's not going to have the help. The help goes around him and abandons him. Just like that. It's the 77 again. What a pusher. Pushing that 95 all the way to the lead. Oh, no. There we go. The 27 gets into the 19. The 23's in the wall. And we're absolutely going to have a caution here. Right as Bradley Burke, the 95, takes the lead. Oh, my goodness. One thing after another there. Take a look at it on the instant replay and see what took place. So it focuses on Hunter Thomas first, but this all started with the 27 kind of getting pinballed. Looked like he was in the middle. The 19 made a move to the outside here. Obviously, the 95 and the 77, Scott Huey Jr. had pushed, got out front. Okay, there we go. The 187 looks like he just got into the 27's quarter. 27 made a nice save, and then it looked like it kind of pinballed from there. It doesn't even look like he did anything wrong. Just wrong place, wrong time. Yeah, this angle's a good one. Made a nice save, and then overcorrected ever so slightly. Picked up the 19, and then that's oh goodness, that's a hard hit for the 23 damage-wise. And then obviously there's just calamity from that point forward. I hate to categorize these sorts of wrecks, but this one by far is the big one that had to have collected at least 10 to 12 cars at minimum, as we see kind of the carnage in the background. We'll see those on the ticker here. Yes, let's one more time. And this will be a good angle to see it again. 187 just gets into Steven here. Slight overcorrection just to try to save it. Not much you can do there. And one thing after another. It did get that 8 car just the tiniest bit of Andrew Cole, just got him as well, just a little bit into the wall, and just chaos behind. Shane Shepard looks like in the 7 car made it through okay. Gotta wonder how much damage is on that 27 from this point. Obviously, he was hit once. He hit somebody else. He hit the 19 car here. But how much damage is on it? Obviously, that's been a fast car running up front for a majority of the night. Wonder if he can get that repaired and get back. Obviously, he's kind of in the eye of the storm at this point. It's the eye of the hurricane, and he's kind of in the middle of it and somehow makes it out okay. But obviously, there are a lot of cars back there who didn't. And we'll see how many cars realistically we have left on the lead lap and go from there. But man, that's unfortunate. It was going so good for so long until it went so bad so quickly. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of carnage, but that's all right. It gives us time to take a breath, relax, take a moment. Looks like some pit stops have happened here. Obviously, some of the guys who were up front, Bradley Burke in the 95 specifically, had just gotten to the lead. Poor guy had just made it to the lead before the caution came out. So we're going to see where he cycles back around here, and I'll get you kind of a car count on how many we have on the lead lap. Looks like a lot of damage to that 26 machine. Or hard to tell how much damage is underneath the car itself, but underneath the body there. Martin Bork, one of my favorites from earlier today. Looks like he had some issues either on this caution or the one prior, where he just had a little bit of damage there, and then that kind of put him behind. We obviously see that he's a couple laps down here. Maybe a little late to pick up those laps again, but goodness, what a run. Was having a pretty good night up until then, so just wanted to call that out. And Martin, if you watch this back, it was a good run, man. Heck of an effort for sure. All right, so let's regroup just a little bit. Where is Garrett Smithley? That's my question. Through all of this chaos and calamity, the man's running second. Cool. So he got through all of that fine. He may have pitted here. We're not 100% sure. Again, still pretty confident that it's a one-stop race from this point. Still not sure that those guys, again, 65% fuel capacity. I'm not sure if these guys can make it all the way to the end, but we'll see as kind of the laps wind down. So your top 3 here, your top 5 really. DJ, just give me a sec. Pull the screen back up here. So DJ Thomas running up front in the 1. Down there on the bottom, Garrett Smithley running second. This looks like John Price in the 22nd running third. Bradley Burke in the 95 running fourth. And where are you? Where are you in the 33? There we go. There we go. I'm trying to see the 33 car, I believe was... Nope, Zachary Lemus fifth. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Don't mind me. I'm blind. It happens. So, there we go.
Green
all
flag.
Right. The pace car is off. We are back to green flag racing. DJ Thomas, not going to get as good of a jump as everybody else has off of him tonight. Seems like Garrett Smithley timed that one up pretty well. It is going to have the support of the 95 here. Can't imagine the 95 leaves his bumper, at least until they get clear of the one car, but the energy is going to come from the top, and they're going to have it. They're going to have it in spades here. The bottom line's not really hooked up at all. We see the Zachary Lemus kind of pinned behind the 22 here, as that top line's just going to get going and get a run. Garrett Smithley out to the lead, 95 of Bradley Burke pushing him right along. Again, both of these guys were the beneficiary of pushes from the 77 car earlier tonight, so this is interesting to see them both out front right now, running up here in the top 2. So 33 makes a run to the bottom here. I don't know if he's going to be able to do this alone, or if reinforcements are going to be able to come. But that top line looks hooked up. And speaking of the 77, here he comes, pushing up the 3 as well. The 3's got a little bit of rear end damage, but it doesn't seem to be hurting him all too much, as the top line's going to get the run here. Yep, Scott Huey Jr. in the 77 has just been pushing everybody all night. He's done a great job of it too. as he continues to push. The 95 of Bradley Burke's going to make a run, going to drop to the bottom, pick up the 33 car, and take the lead. And that's going to drop Garrett Smithley back to third, possibly fourth, depending on how this plays out. It's like the 95 is your leader and will be there for a minute. Garrett Smithley going to be able to get to the bottom here. He going to want to go to the bottom? Nope. Nope. Good deal. TJ Thomas goes up to the top here as well. It's going to try to make that top lane work. Now, obviously, we've seen this work a couple of times as we've gotten less cars in the group, and especially after a restart, it seems like that top lane is usable for the first couple laps. Once you get the bottom lane going, though, it's hard, and it gets progressively harder. So these guys are gonna push and push along as we get Toby Christie some love here. I actually didn't see that earlier. TobyChristie.com on the 95 car of Bradley Burke. That's awesome. Big fan of Toby, so that's good stuff. You can see DJ getting a push here. Garrett Smithley pushing all that he can up here on the top lane. These guys are, it's going to be like we saw earlier. Bottom lane's going to have a decent run, kind of getting into the middle of the corner off, and then off the corner of the top lane kind of gets that momentum back and picks it up in spades here, and we'll kind of see that from this angle as well. Zachary Lima hanging out in fifth, third on the bottom line. Again, the guy that we've talked about, I think, the most tonight, for good reason. Started on the pole, last month's winner of this event, hanging in there, surviving, doing his best, and trying to help this bottom lane kind of push forward. As DJ Thomas is going to get a decent run here. Will he lead the lap? No, he will not. Bradley Burke in the 95 will. Chalk that up as another lap led. Again, we're not paying for laps led tonight, but it is interesting to see who can stay out front the longest, and gives you a feel for who has been the strongest tonight. So far, that's been the 4 of Zachary Lima, but right now he runs 3rd, 4th, 5th, depending on where the runs are at any given moment. Looks like the top lane's gonna have the run here. It's gonna have the push necessary here to get out front, but the bottom lane still, again, they fight, and especially at this part of the track, kind of in the middle of the corners on both 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. As the top lane dissipates just a little bit. Zachary Lima goes up top to follow Garrett Smithley, and will that help them? The 3, we'll see the 3 car kind of fill in the gap there on the bottom. The 77, Scott Huey Jr. goes along with him. We'll see kind of how this plays out. Now, the bottom line has numbers, but they're not formed all together just yet. Bradley Burke's getting a nice push from the 33. As we see the 51 and the 4 kind of split apart there. This is going to give the definite advantage to the bottom line. They're the ones who have outlasted everyone. As we see the group behind just kind of running for right now, hanging on to this draft, which, again, trying to make it to the end here, and we see them all kind of in their individual orders, it kind of lined up individually here, just running along for right now. As we see the 97 and the 8 car try to make a run up top past Justin Diaz in the 48. Spot to race for here. They're just trying to pick up positions as they can, and slowly work their way to the front here with 29 laps to go. And there we go. So we'll head back. There we go. We'll head back up front here. We see some action has happened here. The 3 car is now kind of forced his way to the front, even with that rear end damage. It is interesting to see that it's somehow running up front. So we see the 33 car blinking as well, just kind of in and out. Oh no, lap traffic, and that's gonna ruin a night here. I wonder if they're gonna throw. Yeah, there it is. So let's go back and see that one more time. As it looks like DJ Thomas might have been spinning there at the end of that. Oh dear. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. That beautiful pink car spinning out of control. Let's see what happened here. Obviously, we had some lap cars kind of get in the way, and these guys did their best here. Yep, this will be the camera view. I think that we'll want to see. So obviously, these guys kind of tunneled in between. 33 car went low, moved up. I think that's the 19 who was in the last incident. It is, yep, went low. I don't think the 19 was expecting him. The 7 really had nowhere to go and just kind of forced the one into, kind of forced DJ into Bradley Burke in the 95. That's unfortunate. Bruins, aren't two very good cars tonight, and two potential winners of this event, and makes that task a lot more difficult now. Who's that car on the outside? Who's that in the... no real numbers to it. I can't tell who exactly it is, but again, couple lap down cars just trying to survive here, just trying to get to the end of this thing, and that's unfortunate. It's not how you want to see nights end for people, and this probably will end it for DJ in that one car. That sucks. It's unfortunate, but we still have a handful of cars here that can win this. We'll follow along with them as well. See kind of who's left after that little bit of calamity. Right, so it looks like the 3 cars gonna be in the lead here. If we can pull up his graphic real quick, that'd be awesome. We should be getting close to final pit stops here. Should be well within the window. Dusty Alpin, that's the name I've been looking for like 5 minutes. That's the one I'm looking for. Dusty Alpin in the 3. Again, made a nice recovery from the issues that he had earlier, judging by the back bumper cover of that vehicle. Looks like he's made a nice recovery. Beautiful paint scheme, the Ducks Unlimited scheme that we've seen every so often from Richard Childress Racing. Looks nice. So he was out front. Should cycle back around depending on who did or didn't pit. And we'll kind of get a feel for who was not involved in that accident, because that picked out good 6 or 7 that weren't in the prior ones. So we'll see kind of where this leads out to. Looks like Dusty's going to come out here 4th, but again, we'll start from first and kind of work our way back as they begin to form up. So there's that man again, Zachary Lima, running, at least right now, up front with 26 laps to go, coming to 25 to go. Goodness, what a long night it's been. He's gonna have a little bit of work to do still. As we see some lap cars in front of him, once these guys get settled in and back into their 2x2 running order, we'll see what we have left, who we have left on the lead lap. Actually, I guess we can do that now while we're waiting for the lead there, the lap down cars to pit. Let's go ahead and take a flip, just a quick flip back through, see if we can figure out who's in second and second, third. Scott Tompkins it shows us the 12. He's actually in the 25. So I could stamp that number on. Justin Diaz, we saw him earlier, running about 7th or 8th, currently running 3rd. Garrett Smithley's back in 7th, so a little bit of ground to make up there, I have no doubt. Anthony Guarneri, there we go. I told you, I'm going to get it right before the end of the night. Running 5th. Obviously, he had some issues as well, kind of in the middle part of the race. He had to get the lap back, and he did. And he's back in the top 5. Ken MacArthur, even with his issues, is running 9th. Jack Ryan running 10th in the 33. Now, obviously, Jack was involved in this last incident with the 19, trying to pass the 19 on the bottom. Not sure how much damage is on that vehicle. We'll kind of see if he's able to make some moves, or if he's able to push forward as the night goes along. But doesn't look too bad, at least from a cosmetic perspective. A little bit of damage on that right front, the right front wheel well, but nothing too serious, it looks like, from here. So yeah, it's not terrible. I like that scheme too. That's a good one. Jack, if you watch this back, it's a good scheme. I like it. So we are 2x2x2x2. We're in that Noah's Ark formation, and lights are off on the pace car, so we should be ready to go here. Looks like we're going to have 25 to go, 24 to go, coming to 24 to go. Zachary Lima up front. Scott Tompkins running 2nd in that 25 car. Whew, goodness gracious. Just need to take a breath, and let's do this. Pace car should be pulling off here in a moment, And hard not to think that 4 is not going to get a good
Green flag.
restart. He's been getting a good one all night, especially as the leader of the race. And just like that, looks like the 25 missed, I don't want to say missed a shift, but looks like something went wrong there for him. The 4 car now, looks like he's out a little bit here. Garrett Smithley already up to 4th, restarted 7th up to 4th with that top lane mishap for those guys, Scott Tompkins and those guys up there. It's like the 4 is not gonna pay for getting out that far. I think these guys are gonna tuck in right behind. What do you do if you're running 3rd, 4th, 5th? Do you try to make a move to the outside this early? Do you trust the people that you're around? Do you want to go with anybody specifically? Well, I kind of have to see how it plays out. But Justin Diaz running 2nd, and again, been kind of mid-pack all day, kind of mid-top 15, top 20. Been running in the top 10 for the last about 20 laps or so, and has finally made it up to 2nd. So he's in a good spot here. He's in a good position. Wonder if he's going to make a move, or if he's going to be just kind of content riding here for a little bit. Again, top 3 pays, so that's what these guys are after. Again, 150 for the winner, 100 for 2nd, 50 for 3rd. Not chump change by far. Zachary Lima has already taken home $50 tonight by winning the polls, so he's looking for a little bit more out of tonight's energy and tonight's effort. Garrett Smithley still running 4th here. Looks like he's, again, kind of content as well. Just in between the 21 to the 33.3, has made a nice recovery. Obviously, we had just called out his damage from the last incident, but seems like that's not hurting him too bad. Looks like that's okay. Looks like he's seemingly seems like he's all right, at least from what he had before, or at least the car that he had before. It seems like it's pretty okay, just hanging out in the draft. Be curious to see what it looks like if he does try to make a move, if he's able to hold that hold that out into the wind consistently. As we see him go up, he's trying to pick up the top lane there, trying to pick up the top lane for the energy that's coming behind. I don't know how much help he has. I think Dusty Alpin's up there, Scott Tompkins is up there, and it looks like he's going to get shuffled 3 wide here. As we see Huey in the 77 again. Pushing someone to a better position than he was before. Scott Huey Jr. is he's my MVP for the night. Goodness gracious, without him, a lot of these guys would not be where they currently are. He's just been sending people off in good directions. So the 22 has a bit of an issue there with the 33. If you're going to be on anybody's bumper, it's a 77. That's the bumper you want to be on. It has been that way all night. So if we head back up front here, I think Garrett Smithley might have actually made his way to 2nd or the lead here. Yep, looks like he got a heck of a push here from the 33, and there you go, they're clear. That's what you want right there. If you're one of those 2 guys, you know the 4 car is the guy to beat. Especially at this particular discipline with these particular cars, this particular setup. You want to get around him as soon as possible and then try to defend, and that's what they've done. The 4, Zachary Lima, is going to make a look to the outside. I don't know if he has help. The 21 is going to kind of fill the slot here on the bottom, and I don't want to say put him out to dry, but Dusty Alpin's going to go down to the bottom here as well. Looks like the next car is the 48. And I want to say it's Scott Tompkins in the 25 is behind them. So Justin Diaz and Scott Tompkins are the help. So I'm not sure if Zachary wants to get down on the bottom here, if he wants to get behind Dusty Alpin in the 3, or if he's going to get a run here. I think these guys are going to get together just a little bit better and try to make their way, kind of inch back forward. So the top 3 changes a little bit. Garrett Smithley back in the lead, back out front. There we go. There it is. The bottom line gets broken up a little bit. The 48 is pinned. Justin Diaz is pinned to the 4 of Zachary Lima and pushes him almost the lead. Not quite, but enough to be competitive here. As we see the 48 and the 25 again. The 48 and 25 have, I want to say those guys are teammates because the schemes look very similar. It's the same company logo on them. That's common sense. That would make sense. But those 2 guys are working together pretty well to try to push the 4 out front. Again, if you get the 4 out front, if you get him far enough out, you can follow him down to the bottom and try to take over 2nd. That seems to have been the game all night. looks like the 51 Garrett Smithley's going to make a little bit of a run there, and again, that's kind of what we've seen all night. The top gets forward a little bit, the bottom gets forward a little bit, and it just kind of goes back and forth. Although Zachary Lima does have the 51 cleared, whether or not he comes down or not, it's an entirely different story, and he doesn't. It's probably a good call, just for the sake of the races. We're coming around to 17 to go here. 17 to go. And Garrett Smithley still leads, the 33 running second. Zachary Lima hanging on to third. Whew, deep breath, 17 to go. 33 does hop up to the top lane here. This seems like the move. This seems like the one that he wanted to make. And to get in front of that Forrest, the 4 will push him to no end, and it works. Looks like it's going to get him out front. Is he going to come down? No, he's going to stay. He's going to stay in that top lane for now. Garrett Smithley and the 21 car are making a little bit of progress back here. The concern is that when you get up on the top lane, you just don't want to leave the middle open and get shuffled out. I think that's what he's trying to hedge his bet on right now. Whether or not he's going to be able to do that for the next 16 laps, we shall see. But right now, those guys have a definite advantage. This car kind of blinks a little bit. Martin Borg, oh no, Martin Borg 9 laps down, trying to survive here. Getting out of the way of the leaders. Looks like parked it up in the wall just a little bit. That caused some more damage to what he had from before. That's unfortunate, but still trying to survive. Running 21st. Again, 9 laps down for the moment. Looks like Garrett Smithley might have, looks like Garrett Smithley took over the lead again. The 4 car, 4 into 3, Dusty Alpin sideways, and he is spinning through the grass. I don't know if that's going to bring out a caution or not, but he went sliding down kind of at the entrance of pit road. I don't know if he hit anything, and that was a heck of a run too. Unfortunately, it looks like his chance to win this race might be over as well here. As Garrett Smithley continues to lead, he's going to block the top side. He's going to block that run from Zachary Lima. Kind of take that run as it comes. Don't know if he's going to run the bottom here if he wants to just stay up high. Zachary Lima is going to try to make the move. He cuts off the 21, and all right, they're all back down on the bottom. Justin Diaz in the 48 also kind of got back in line. And the 21 still running third. Anthony Guarneri, after all of this, still running third. All of the lead changes and the swaps and stuff, somehow he's consistently been third the whole time. Good for him. That's a good run. Way to put yourself where you need to be. As Garrett Smithley continues to lead, we have Zachary Lima running second, and Anthony Guarneri running third. Justin Diaz is going to make a run to the outside here. I can't quite tell if he has, I don't know if this is a solo run or if he's got any sort of help from behind. I don't think he does. Crazy Man might pull this off. No, not quite. As we have 14 to go, Garrett Smithley's going to go up with Justin Diaz. He's going to try to make that work as the 48 kind of taps the wall just a little bit. I can't imagine they're in fuel save mode or anything like that, but we'll see. We'll see what the reasoning was there and see how this kind of works out for him. It obviously looks like he's just trying to tuck back in behind, kind of behind the group and go from there. So that hands the lead back over to Zachary Lima in the 4. Anthony Guarneri in the 21 running second. Justin Diaz running third. And Garrett Smithley running fourth in that 51 car. So, this is a good time to just take a second, take a breath. We have 13 to go. Can we go back just a tiny bit? I see that Justin's trying to make these individual runs up top. Have to get a feel that he's just looking for air, just looking to see what might work and what his plans might be for the last couple laps here. So you see Jack Ryan running fifth. Obviously, he was. Why would I talk about him? Caution comes out. He was running up in the top 2 a couple of minutes ago. It's fallen back a little bit, but he is running fifth now. Oh goodness, we walked right into that. Looks like it's coming out of turn. I guess coming out on the front straightaway here. Right on the other side of pit road. Looks like we've got a handful of things going on. The other 51, looks like he got it up into Scott Tompkins' end of the wall, and that kind of set off a chain reaction. It looks like Huey Jr. in the 77 might have been in that as well, just a little bit. I don't know if he avoided... Well, he didn't avoid that. He avoided everything else to that point. That's unfortunate, because that was also a very strong car. That's terrible. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, well, you remember that thing I said about a deep breath? Well, let's take another one, because we're going to have about 9 to go once this goes back green. And there's your leader, Zachary Lima. Same guy who won this event last month. We'll see what we've got. And I see Ken Mose for you, long hair, in the chat. Rooting for Dusty. I know, I felt the same way. I was pulling for him as well. It's just I'm an Earnhardt guy, so that's number 3 Daytona, whole deal. It's one of those things, but it's unfortunate. His chance, from what I can tell, and from what it looks like from earlier, it looked like he had either gotten into somebody or somebody had gotten into him, and he went sideways and just started spinning. I haven't seen where he is on the ticker, but we'll keep an eye out for him as well, just to see where Dusty might be in that 3 car. See if he's still in the lead lap. If he's still in the lead lap, minimal damage. You know, anything can happen. This is Daytona, but we'll try to keep an eye on him there. See Zachary Lima coming into pit. The 21 car does stay out here. And yeah, I was right. Dusty's on the lead lap, 7 seconds behind for right now. So he should be able to come in at the very least here and get some tires or get some repairs done from that incident before. But Zachary Lima, leader, have to imagine he's got a set of tires left and he's coming in to put them on, unless he just eats fuel. See the car getting jacked up. He came in for tires. So one of those 3 sets that he had at the very beginning of the night, he's going to use them here. Fresh rubber, kind of an older surface, make the most out of it. We see a couple of cars that did pass him. Looks like Garrett Smithley, Justin Diaz, in the 51 and the 48 respectively. I wonder if those guys took 2 or something of the sort. All right, so we'll re-rack this and see what we got. Right now, obviously, Zachary shows up in 8th, so he's going to have a little bit of way to go here. But we'll get a rundown as these guys start to form back up and go at least 1 through 10. That'll do it even better. That's perfect. So Andrew Guarneri in first in the 21 car. Had a pretty good night. Been up front for most of it. Running pretty well, and obviously that's been consistent. So right now we show Zachary Lima in second, but obviously there were a couple of cars that did pass him off the pit road. Jack Ryan running 33rd, technically he's running 3rd right now, but we'll actually see where he forms up here, because I feel like he might be behind. Either he stayed out, and then we're looking at Garrett Smithley right behind him. We'll see see how this plays out, but yeah, because Justin Diaz is on the lead lap too, and he's running in front of Zachary Lima. There we go. So, wow, that's a nice recovery. Steven Karosek in the 27 looks like he's up in 6th, I think, 5th or 6th. So what a run. So let's go run through the field real quick. We'll do a quick rundown while the pace car leads this group around. Anthony Guarneri in first in the 21. Again, running 2nd, 3rd, 4th most of the later half of the night. Jack B. Ryan in the 33. Again, that damage from earlier doesn't seem to have hurt him as much. He seems like he's moving along pretty well. So we kind of move back here through 1 through 3. Bryce Semino in the 07. I know I've got some Semino love in the chat here from Roxanne, rooting this particular entry on. Haven't gotten a chance to talk about him much all night, but there he is, Dusty Alpin. There you go, chat. Dusty Alpin alive, running 4th. Same amount of damage it looks like that he had earlier, so still hanging in there, still got a shot. There's Garrett Smithley running 5th. In that Rick Ware sponsored or Rick Ware colored car. Steven Karosek, this is the one that I wanted to touch on from the wreck earlier, from the big one earlier. Led 13 laps, running 6th. Just nice recovery. Still in it still has a shot to win this. Then it looks like Justin Diaz and Zachary Lima are 7th and 8th as we get ready to go green here with what should be 8 to go. As we come down, pace car, turn left. Do me a favor, turn left. There you go. All right, pace car's off. Bottom line has gotten the jump all night, and it does here as well. Anthony gets a heck of a restart. The 33 of Jack Ryan's going to be able to hop down behind him. It's going to push the 07 back just a little bit, but this will work out for them. If that top lane gets formed though, and formed quickly, Dusty Galpin in the 3 gonna make a run for it. Gonna make an attempt here. He's got help, and he's got good help behind him in that 27 of Steve Karesic and Zachary Lima in the 4. And these guys are going to the front. So from a complete spin to the lead, does he cut off the 21? He does. Is that going to cause problems? No. Oh no. No. That's going to be Zachary Lima spinning, and that had to have brought out a caution. That, dominant car all night. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. I don't know what he hit, but we're about to find out. So it looks like the 3, Dusty Galpin made a move, and he made a move. He had the run, put it on the bottom, and that kind of checked up the bottom a little bit. Checked up Guarneri in the 21, checked up Jack Ryan in the 33, and those guys didn't have a lot of room to go, and obviously that worked into Zachary Lima in the 4. Looks like Garrett Smithley got just a little bit of damage, and then the 07 as well. Bryce Semino got into it just a little bit too. Obviously not a great way to end, the chances here. Obviously ripped the back bumper cover off. We'll kind of see this from his perspective here too. The move is made, checks up the line a little bit, and all of that momentum kind of goes upward, gets into the 4, and poor Bryce had nowhere to go here. Not a lot of options, not a lot of places you can go in that particular instance, especially when you're getting run over from behind. So, oh man, that's crazy unfortunate to make it this far, and goodness. So, all right, well, let's re-rack. Let's re-rack one more time. Dusty Applin. I'm sorry, I've been calling him Applin. My bad. That's all me. The P's, the L's, I get confused. Don't mind me. Dusty Applin in first in the 3 car. Again, had that spin earlier, just kind of out of nowhere, freak incident, and has recovered to a lead. So that's a nice recovery for him. Really, really nice recovery to make it back this far. Let's see here, who else we got? So it looks like Steven in the 27 is second. Again, that's another nice recovery from the big incident earlier, running second. The 21 car still in third after all this time, still in third. Jack Ryan running 4th, Garrett Smithley running 5th. Looks like we're gonna get to come around here. We should be at somewhere close to about 4 laps to go once this thing goes green. Black 13 in the chat, or in the YouTube chat, to answer your question, looks like that was Zachary Lima in the 4, and looks like he was just kind of at the wrong place, wrong time, and got caught up in that particular incident. I'm not sure where he's actually running right now, just because he should be coming down to pit here if he's not already. We'll kind of see where he cycles out at, if he's still in the lead lap or not, but just unfortunate, because he led a solid amount of this race, and whew, goodness gracious. All right, Dusty, you have people in the chat that are rooting for you, want to make this thing happen, want to see you do well. I have faith in you. Make this happen. I don't think anybody's going to come down to pit here. If you were gonna pit, the last caution was going to be your option. Kind of made your bet if you're running in the top 3 here, and it looks like, yeah, those guys are going to stay out. No additional pit stops here for them, so we should be coming. It's obviously coming around to 5 to go right now. Lights are off on top of the pace car. Should be going green at 4 to go. And again, the story of the night, restart-wise, has been, can the top lane get any sort of momentum off the jump? Obviously, we're not going to have 10 laps to let that lane form up. If they're going to make a run, they need to do it as soon as humanly possible, and especially with, just in case, caution comes out, with one to go. You want to be in the best position that you can be as soon as possible. So we'll see. We'll see what takes place here. But goodness gracious, we got a lot of torn up race cars tonight. Shame, but put on a pretty good show. It's been entertaining. It's been fun for me to watch. And again, everybody on the YouTube chat, thank you guys so much for being here. Genuinely appreciate it. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out for sure here on MaxspeedTV. Trying to think if there's anything else that you guys really need to know. I can't think of anything. We've got 13 cars on the lead lap. Zachary Lima is a lap down, so the favorite, the presumptive favorite, the car that we thought might have the best chance to win here, is out of contention, at least for the win, or even for the place. But he did win the pole, so he's going to take home $50 tonight. Not a total loss, even through all the trials, tribulations, all the good stuff. Still a pretty good night. 13 cars on the lead lap. Any one of these guys has a chance to win it. And once that car turns left, once that iRacing vehicle turns left, just like that, we're going to be green here in a moment. We got 4 laps to go until we pay out some money. And Dusty's going to get... not going to get the best restart we've seen all night. The bottom lane is formed up. The 21 and the 51 of Garrett Smithley are behind him. And they're going to have a nice run here, depending on what the top lane does, at least in terms of side drafting. I don't think they're going to be able to stop that, as we see the 5th place car, the 48, Justin Diaz, in 5th, as the 21 makes a move. 21's going to make a move to the outside. Garrett Smithley's going to stay with the, nope, he's going to go with the 21 as well, sees where the momentum's going, and the momentum's carrying him to the outside, so Dusty's going to kind of be on his own here. Justin Diaz made a heck of a move to get past the 27, Justin Diaz up in the 48, made a heck of a move to get down there, and he's going to make this, not sure if he's going to make this pass work or not. We're coming around for 3 to go, and the 21 is currently in the lead. I don't know if this group has enough time to get formed up and get back to those 2 up front, or even if the 51 has enough help to get around the 21. We'll have to kind of see how this goes. Steven Karesic in the 27 making a push, trying his best just to get back up to these 2 here. The 21 again has been up front most of the night, been pretty consistent, up in the top 2 or top 3. Anthony Guarneri in the 21, so he's holding on. Garrett Smithley trying to see if there's a window, see if there's an opportunity. I wonder if he's just waiting for, it looks like that group has now formed and has now gotten up to him. Not a lot, but got to imagine, does he drag the brake here? Does he try to pick up the energy from the 3 and the 27? Looks like he's laying off just a little bit here to try to get a run. Now's the time. If you want to make this move, make it now. If you possibly can. Who goes with him? Who stays? You gonna do? Oh, nope. The 3 car. Dusty's gonna make a move to the bottom here. It's gonna leave the 51 kind of hanging, but Dusty's gonna have nowhere to go except for the back of the 21 and make a push here. Justin Diaz goes up with the 51. Garrett Smithley up top. Steven Karesic in 3rd, running in the 27 behind the 3. So we come around for 1 to go. These 5 cars. These are the 5. They're gonna decide this tonight. Justin Diaz is nose into the 51 and is going to try to make this work if at all possible. Nope, 21 off the bottom ever so slightly. That's gonna bunch up that momentum down towards the bottom. They're going to have a nice run down the back straightaway here, but is it enough up top? Is it enough for Garrett Smithley to pick this up? Justin Diaz has stayed with him the entire time. He's going to have to, and the deal breaker might be the 27 if that bottom lane can continue to stay formed. As we're on the white flag here, the 3 car, Dusty tries to side draft the 51, gives the 21 a little bit of leeway, and that might be, oh no, there we go. There it is. The 21 of Anthony Guarneri is going to take home the win tonight here at Daytona, as the 48 of Justin Diaz finished the 2nd. It looks like was that Steven Karesic running 3rd, finishing 3rd, sideways through the grass. I would expect nothing less from an event that has produced nothing but just awesome action all night long. That was a heck of a finish. Looks like Dusty and Garrett kind of got caught up there just a little bit, but still, Anthony Guarneri put himself in the right position all night. He only led 8 laps. He only needed to lead 1, and he led that particular one. So congratulations to him. I want to see if we can get him in. The chat here. Okay, that sounds good. We want to see if we can get him into. See if we can get him in here just to interview him real quick, because he's gonna burn it out. Burn the. Okay, cool. I just want to see if. Yeah, let me see if. I actually don't know if he's in voice chat at all over there. Let me see if I can get him. I think he just joined. I just want to make sure that I pull the right person here. I do want to talk to him if at all possible. So I have questions here. Okay, cool. Let's try. Yeah, so he's technically in Lounge 3. Let me see if I can get him over. Would you be able to pull him in? There we go. Hey, Anthony, it's Mike Bain up in the broadcast booth on MaxspeedTV. How you doing tonight, man? Oh, there we go. Hey, Anthony, it's Mike over. It's over in the broadcast booth. Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, you know what it is? It's the fact that. Hold on 1 second. Alright guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Again, appreciate it. Trying to get back into the same room as Anthony. Go ahead and pull me back in if you can, into that room. It disconnected me from the Discord room, so I want to try to get back here. Nope, still won't let me. Still logged. Hey man, it's an extra right that we need, so I just need to actually. Oh, there we go. Try it again.
He's in Lounge 3.
Lounge 3. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Anthony, hey, bud. It's Mike Bain up in the broadcast booth. How you doing tonight, man? Is a good question. Hey, Anthony, it's Mike Bain up at the broadcast booth. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
I sure can. There we go. That's better. Congratulations, man. That was a heck of a run. You were kind of third, fourth all night long, and then finally in the right position there at the end. Talk to me. Were you working with anybody specifically, or were you just kind of out there on your own? Talk to me about what that process was like for you.
No, I was out there completely on my own, and actually on the first run, I did not pit on the first caution, and no one would let me down. I was yelling, pitting in for a lap and a half, and I got stuck on the outside and actually ran out of fuel on the backstretch while leading, and went almost 2 laps down at one point, and then somehow made it all back, which is remarkable.
For sure. I saw you get one of the laps back. I think when the caution was taken off, it went green for 2 seconds, and then it came back, and we were working through some scoring issues there. Congratulations, man. That was awesome. It was really nice to you were kind of just, it was consistent. It was a consistent run all night long, right place, right time, obviously outside of the fuel issues from earlier, but was there? I actually did have one very specific question for you. I saw earlier, like in the first run or so, it seemed like you were having some issues kind of keeping it on the bottom. If you were like tight off of turn 2, tight off of turn 4, it seemed like it was just a little ill handling for you. Did you feel that, or was it just a matter of comfort and getting used to the car? What was it like on those first couple of runs until you got more comfortable with the car?
To be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with the car. It's just impossible to see where you're going with these big spoilers in front of your face like that.
That's fair. That's fair. I mentioned it a couple of times, but yeah, you're absolutely right. I am so proud of you, man. That's a heck of a run. You get to take home some money tonight. You beat a NASCAR driver, so go ahead and check that off the list. So there's a couple things that you've obviously accomplished tonight, but is there anybody you wanted to give a shout out to? Any sponsors? Anything that you wanted to throw out there while you have a second?
I'd like to send a shout out to my own website, sim-helper.com. We have a league scoring, league management tool. It's free to use for anybody, and we have plenty of prize-paying events just like Dale Cup every few weeks or so. So check that one out. And I'd like to shout out my Instagram at doctor.nascar. And that's about it. Thank you guys for putting on the event. It was a great show.
Absolutely was. Congratulations again. We hope to see you next month as well. Obviously, these things happen every month, so I hope to see you then as well. Congratulations again, and good luck in the future.
All right, thank you, man. Thanks for the broadcast.
You got it. Absolutely. All right, that was our winner for tonight. Wanted to thank him, Anthony, for joining us here for just a second, working through some of the the issues that we've had with the audio, getting people in the right the right room, stuff like that. To everyone in the YouTube chat, genuinely appreciate you. Thank you, everybody who's watching on Facebook. I appreciate every last one of you guys for what you do for us and just allowing us to come here, have some fun, and talk racing. So a couple last pieces of business. Again, wanted to touch on and say thank you to Blackfin Marketing, again paving the road to your brand success. Stand out from the crowd with social media marketing. Wanted to say thank you to them for just helping put on the broadcasts and the events like this. Wanted to say thank you to the Dale Cup group as well. You guys are freaking awesome, and it's a pleasure just to get to sit here and watch you guys do your thing. So thank you. Hopefully you'll have us back in the future as well. Aside from that, that's about all I got. So if there are any questions, again, related to Dale Cup, you can find them on Facebook. Obviously, for us here at MaxspeedTV, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. Honestly, you can find us just on Google. Just use Google, and you'll find us. Let us know if there's any broadcasts that you guys would like us to do, or if there's any interest in our services anywhere. Just reach out to us at any given time. Again, thank you, Dale Cup. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it, and we will see you all soon. Thank you so much.